Somehow it's November and there are only 2 months left in this year. Can you believe it? I'm excited because I really enjoy the holiday season, but I'm also pretty mind blown because, I don't know, each year starts nice and slow and we have everything ahead of us. And then I feel like we blink and it's the fall and we're making a plan, we're wrapping up, but we're also looking ahead. So today I want us to talk about when the spark fades, staying consistent when you don't feel like it. Because with 2 months left, especially in the holiday season, things get busy. Busy with a lot of fun, plans and festivities and events, but also there are deadlines and things that we need to get done in this calendar year while also planning for what's ahead in the upcoming year. So I want us to talk about staying consistent when we only want to do the fun things, or when we're tired from the fun things, or when we just don't feel like it because it is the end of the year. Can it just wait until later? I don't feel like it. So today, let's talk about the differences, how to get things done, stay focused while still looking ahead. Let's dive in. Do you ever wish you had more time just to breathe, think, or even catch up? Does your to-do list feel like it's never ending, no matter how hard you try? Have you ever looked around and thought, why does everyone else seem to have it all together and I'm barely holding on? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to A Fresh Start. I'm Shannon Marquita, your habit and mindset coach, here to help you build healthier habits, feel more like yourself again, and stop burning out in the name of productivity. Trust me, I've lived the pressure of trying to prove myself, earn my worth, and juggle all the things. I know what it's like to look successful on paper, but still feel completely drained inside. That's why this podcast isn't just about information, it's about transformation. So stop scrolling, stop comparing, and stop trying to buy your way to balance. This is your space to slow down, reset, and focus on the one thing that will truly give you change, you. So let's get into today's episode. Whether you're actively working on something right now, or maybe it's still an idea, it's exciting. You think about it and you are extremely motivated, planning, journaling, organizing, and structuring your routine in order to support whatever it is, because everything feels aligned to support the success of what you are going to achieve. But then there's this little voice in the back of your head that says, what if it doesn't work out? What about when you get tired and you don't show up? And what if the spark fades so much and life gets so heavy that you just can't stay consistent? Do you stop? Do you never even start? Today, we're talking about the truth behind consistency, what to do when you don't feel motivated, and how to stay both consistent and faithful to what you know you're meant to achieve in the in-between. The reality is that motivation is extremely emotional. When something is new and exciting, we feel so motivated and energized because of our emotions. But emotions, they're finicky. They fade. They come and go and they change, sometimes like the wind. And so that's when consistency has to kick in. That is why we talk so much on this show about healthy habits, because it's our healthy habits that create the self-discipline in order to support the consistency once motivation has faded, because it will fade. We show up because of who we're becoming and what we're building, not because it always feels fun or we have nothing else to do. Life is really busy. I know you're like me, and there is always something that we can be doing. It is a very intentional choice to show up for what we know we're meant to be building, even when it's not convenient. You don't brush your teeth because it's exciting. You do it because it's essential for your health and for how you present and just overall cleanliness. And the myth, on the other hand, behind constant motivation is that people think those who are successful and so disciplined never waver. They never have any doubt. They never pause. They just keep going. But the reality is no, we're all human. The difference is for those who are extremely self-disciplined, that is a muscle that they have built over the years so that when doubt creeps in, when they don't feel like it, when it's not as exciting as it was in the beginning, they still stay the course and keep showing up to do what they know they're supposed to and is necessary for success, because that is consistency and self-discipline. Motivation comes and goes. It'll come, it'll leave, it'll return, which is great. But the in-between, that's where your healthy habits that lay the foundation for self-discipline and consistency are essential. I want to give you 3 things to keep in mind in these in-between seasons for how to stay focused even when motivation fades. They all start with R, so hopefully that helps them to stick a little bit better. And the first one is to refocus. When energy dips, revisit why you started. That's why it's so important in the beginning when you are starting something new to make sure you have so much clarity about it so that when you need to revisit your vision for what you're working towards and the why behind it, that it is clearly stated so that when you read it and remind yourself from the beginning of all that emotion that was there, that when it dips, as you read this to remind yourself, you are rejuvenated and refilled with the same passion and vision to keep going. The second is reset. Simplify the steps. I know for me, I try to do it all. I don't know where I got the idea that I got some award or trophy or special recognition for doing everything myself. No, false. Reset, keep things simple, figure out what is causing you stress, and then figure out how you can accept help and what you need to focus on right now. You don't need to focus on everything. What is one thing that'll move the needle forward on your journey? And then do that. You can also identify what is causing you stress that isn't a strength of yours and maybe isn't the best use of your time. And then do you know somebody who can help support you by taking this task on, or can you outsource it to somebody? The third is repeat. Let momentum build itself through each small choice that you make, because every choice you make to show up and stay consistent and do the work, you are building momentum, and inertia will work in your favor. And that's why it's so important to remember, yes, excitement is present in the beginning because it's new. It will fade because it's an emotion and you might not feel motivated, but it will return with every successful choice that you make to show up, to remind yourself what you're working towards, and that it is completely possible. An example of this in my life, because I want to always tell you guys relatable stories so that you realize you're not in this alone. These aren't hypothetical teachings that I'm giving you. These are real life lessons that I learned that I know you will benefit from, and we all experience at different times in our lives. And one of the easiest has to do with health and fitness, at least for me this past week. I was so tired. I literally could have slept in, which I almost never do. I took a nap almost every single day. And one night I even went to bed at 8:30. Like, it was a week for a lot of different reasons that caused me stress, and my brain was processing a lot and problem solving. And so I work out in the morning. I work out at the same time almost every single day. It was really easy to hit snooze. It was really tempting to not set my alarm, but I did. Every night I looked at my phone with my alarm and I thought, maybe I just won't set it. Maybe if I wake up on time, then I'll go. But no, I know that working out sets the tone for my day. It helps with clarity as I'm problem solving. It helps with my mood and emotions, especially when I'm stressed. And yes, the amount of effort that I put forth in my different tasks, including workout, might vary, but I always know that I'm giving 100%. My 100% today might look different than yesterday, but I'm still giving it all. And so that's a way that I want to encourage you of motivation when we're kicking off a new year. There's a reason that the gyms are packed and there's tons of new memberships because people are gung-ho about these new exciting goals and life changes that they're going to make, but they haven't laid a plan. They haven't practiced consistency or self-discipline, and they're still working on the healthy habits of showing up for themselves and being really clear as to why. I know why I work out. I know why I show up every single day because I know what I'm working towards and I know how it affects me in every area of my life. Clarity of mind, emotions and mood, how I respond to others, how it ripple effects into other areas of my life for self-discipline. When I skip one thing in my life, it is not uncommon for that day to then have a negative ripple effect of me skipping other things and me just chalking it up to being a quote unquote off day. So me working out really sets the tone for the whole day of extra energy, extra clarity, honestly, extra kindness, but also extra focus and self-discipline, because that's how I started my day, committed to doing what I said I was going to do and showing up even if a little tired, even if I didn't feel like it. And so that's how I want to encourage you, is to realize everything is connected. The choices we make, how we respond and show up, our clarity as we are responding, problem solving, listening, everything. It may not feel like it. It may feel like, oh, well, that was just one thing, no big deal. It is a big deal, because every decision and choice you make is telling yourself a version of your story, whether you are somebody who shows up and keeps their word, or whether you are repeating past habits, cycles, and behaviors that you have been working so consistently and intentionally to change. You have the power and you make the choice, and every choice matters. That can feel scary, but it can also be very empowering and encouraging. So focus on that, because consistency is what will carry you by means of self-discipline long after motivation fades, in the in-between when you just may not feel like it. And if you're in a season right now where you can relate to this 100%, I want to encourage you with 2 resources that I have that you can use right now. The first is my Energy Boost Guide. It helps you through quick resets and tools, resources, even supplements to help you in getting back on track if you are struggling with focus or energy and just need a little pick-me-up, as well as my 15-minute morning and evening routine guide. If you're needing a little help to give yourself some structure, whether as you are kicking off something new or as you are processing and in the in-between of a project right now and you're just not sure how to move forward, both of these are available to you. You can click on the link in the show notes or check out any of my social media at Shannon Marquita and find these for you to have right now. I hope you're doing well. I am excited for how we are wrapping up this year together, and I want to encourage you to not let the overwhelm get control or feel so heavy that it becomes discouraging and you table everything until the new year. Pick one thing that will move you forward. Focus on your healthy habits and your consistent self-discipline, and remember, every choice moves you forward to what you're building and who you're becoming. Talk to you soon. I'm so glad you're here today. This conversation matters, and I know it's going to make a difference in how you move forward. If you'll do me a favor and take a minute to share this episode with a friend and leave a review, your words help others find their way too. For more resources, next steps, and to work together, you can head to my website, shannonmarquita.com. That's MARQUETA. Everything you need is waiting for you there. And if you're looking for honest conversation and extra encouragement with people doing the same kind of work, come join my free Facebook community. The link is in the show notes. Until next time, trust your pace, protect your peace, and remember, you are not behind. Take what you need from these episodes and know that a fresh start is always possible for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm thankful for you, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.